Hello everybody, Ella here, and I am here in Author Like a Boss and excited to talk to you about Nanowrimo. Now, can you all tell me if you can see me, hear me, if I'm live to you? Can you see me? Can you see me? Okay, so let me just share this in the other group real quick, and then we can get going because I want to tell you some amazing tools of what you can do to be successful with Nanowrimo. Because I know, so first, can anybody tell me who is participating in Nanowrimo? If you're participating in Nanowrimo, go ahead and put a comment while I get this shared, right? Yay, hi Rachel. Let me just share this. So those of you who maybe don't know, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. And so it can either be NaNoWriMo or NaNowrimo. It's up to you. People say it. I say Rimo because it's Author Writing Month, you know? So write is right. But, and what the goal is to write a 50,000 words in 1 month so that you've written your novel. Okay, so it has been shared. Yay! Okay, so let me see. Okay, so today we're talking about how to have a successful NaNoWriMo. So if you guys are participating in NaNoWriMo, and if it's your first time or you've done it multiple times, go ahead and let me know in the comments. But I am going to give you some tools about how to make it the most successful, because I've been interviewing authors on the Author Like a Boss podcast, and they have told me, I'm like, well, how do you get that done so fast? And here's some things that the people who are making it work do. So here's what you can do to be super duper successful and having a good experience with NaNoWriMo and getting that book done. It's gonna be a good experience, but make it as easy on yourself as possible, right? So the first thing that successful authors do when they're writing fast, because you know a lot of these authors are getting these books out relatively fast, like they can write a full 50,000 word novel in 2 to 3 weeks. And how do they do that? It's not polished. One, keep that in mind. They don't make it polished. They just keep writing. They don't revise while they're writing. So that's the first thing that they do. They just keep writing. The second thing that they do is they outline. They outline their books. It doesn't have to be like detailed outlines, but they definitely do some outlining so that they know where the book starts, where the book ends, and some key points in between so that they don't have writer's block. They don't wonder about what's happening. They just know exactly where they need to go. And then they have the fun in the middle as they're creating. But they don't get, they don't lose the story because they know where it's going. And so when they sit down, it's like, okay, this is the next part. I'm doing it. And they get that done. Another thing that authors do, and what you can do to have a successful NaNoWriMo, is track your word count. Okay, so knowing exactly how many words every day that you have completed is a great way, especially, and so that you know how many more you have to get done. And in the Done in 3 Months workbook, which I'm going to talk a little bit about, but in the Done in 3 Months workbook and program, we actually have a graph that the amazing Alex Anderson made where it says, okay, if you're planning on writing 4 days a week, or if you're planning on writing 5 days or 6 days, how many words do you have to write each day to make sure that you get your word count done? And so it tells you exactly. So you're like, okay, I'm writing 6 days a week and I want my novel to be about so long. How many words do I have to get done? And if you're doing NaNoWriMo and aiming for 50,000, then all you need to do is decide how many words per week, how many days per week that you're planning on writing. Are you planning on writing 7 days a week? If so, then you know exactly how many words you need to do per day to get your novel done in the designated time. And so that's a really great way of tracking that word count and knowing exactly how many you need to get done. Because then you don't have to guess. You're not like, I'm not sure. You know. And it's a motivational tool, and it's accountability both at the same time. Because you could be like, oh yeah, look at how good I'm doing. And you can be like, oh shoot. Okay, another thing that authors do that you can do to have a successful NaNoWriMo is they use these brain focusing apps. Okay, so I think it's like brain.fm. I forget the names. I put the names in the Done in 3 Months workbook, but they have these focusing apps, and you guys could probably find them. You can either use them on your computer, or if you're writing, or get them on your phone. But they help with they have some kind of soothing. They put you in alpha mind wave where you're like, I'm focused and I'm writing. Okay, so they use stuff like that. And they're like, I don't know if it works or not, but I seem to do better when I use it. So they use those. So while you're writing, you can make sure that the time that you set for writing is for writing, right? By using some of these apps that help you focus. So if you're like, I'm sitting down, I have 1 hour, you put the app on, and then you are a little bit more productive. Okay? The other thing, and the next thing that people do, is they do writing sprints. So what you can do to be successful with your NaNoWriMo is engage in writing sprints, or Pomodoro method. You may have heard it, and it's like 20 minutes focused, intense, and then a 5-minute break, then another 20 minutes focused, and then after those two, you give yourself a longer break. And those are like, you don't get distracted by other things. You're just like, during that 20 minutes, that's what I'm doing. Or you can try, there's a really fun app game called For the Words, where you can engage in writing sprints with other people, other writers who are also writing, and you can see who's writing faster, and you get prizes when you get so many words done. Super duper fun way to encourage yourself to get your words done. Finally, another thing that people do to get their words done, and this is kind of advanced level NaNoWriMo, but something that you might consider, and if you are considering it, try it out now, is the Dragon Naturally Speaking. So you can actually speak your novel out into a software that will transcribe it for you, and that makes it go a lot faster, because we talk faster than we write, many of us. But you do have to learn how to use it. So if you want to take that route, you're going to want to set that up now so that you start training your dragon. Doesn't that sound sexy? Before NaNoWriMo actually starts. So those are the things that you can do. You can outline, track your word count, use some brain focusing apps, and try the Pomodoro and writing sprints, or try speaking your words into transcribing. For some reason, I'm not seeing any of the comments. So if you guys have commented, I am so sorry. I can't see who's here or who commented. But what I do want to say is that I've written the Author Like a Boss Done in 3 Months workbook. And right now, the Done in 3 Months workbook is on sale. And when you get, so normally it's $8.79, and right now it's $6.99. It's a physical workbook that walks you through. So if you're doing NaNoWriMo, it actually has pages that it's like, okay, here's each week. And the reason it's 3 months is because it doesn't just take you through the first draft. It takes you through the revising, and it takes you through betas, and it takes you through the actual publishing process. So it gives you 3 months to take your book from 0 to complete and published. And it's on sale right now, and it's a workbook, so it's not going to give you a lot of details, but it is going to keep you on track. And if you buy it now for $6.99, then the ebook is free, so you can Kindle match on the ebook. And where to go to get that is at authorlikeaboss.com/workbook. That's an easy link to take you to Amazon, so you can order it if you want, and have that to work through as you are doing your NaNoWriMo. Oh, Kitty's coming out of the window, and it's making my face funny. Oh, there he is. There's Tiger. Yeah, so I hope you guys have an amazing NaNoWriMo. I hope you got some really good tools about how to do it successfully. And I hope if you are, definitely check out the Done in 3 Months workbook. If you want additional support, we are doing a Done in 3 Months program in the Author Boss Academy. It starts on Monday. So you guys can start. If you are interested in finding out more, go ahead and leave a comment saying more, and I will reach out to you. But yeah, we're doing a Done in 3 Months program in the Academy, and that is always super fun. People get a ton done. Okay, thank you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Hugs and happy authoring here from Ella at Author Like a Boss.